Hi, I'm Garrett from Chalmers Jewelers. We're going to talk about our custom process today and how we go about it. So why don't we step on into the vault and we can show you where we get started. So before we even start thinking about the custom ring or custom pendant, obviously we need to figure out what is going to be the main centerpiece. We have diamonds are going to be a great option in every size shape that you could imagine, but also some people like to integrate colored stones into the mix. So the first step here at Chalmers Jewelers in making a custom piece is coming up with that perfect concept. So how do we do that? Well, you either bring me, your Pinterest board, your pictures that you've been saving, magazine cutouts, just ideas that you have in your head. Then the second stage, after we have come up with the concept, would be getting into our CAD software, which is really going to help you visualize the design. It essentially produces finished photographs of what your design is going to look like. Then we 3D print you out a wax mold. So that's what these look like here, and we use 3D printers specifically because of how detailed the pieces can get. So this one has all of the stones left in it, and this is the one that you would actually be able to come, try on and approve, and everything is sitting right where it will be sitting in the finished product. We don't need this one back because this is actually the one that the jeweler uses for casting. We give it to our goldsmiths, and our goldsmiths then clip off all the supports from the print itself and get it ready for casting. So essentially we'll put the wax on little stilts and put a metal frame around it. We move over here and we whip up an investment that will then make a mold around the wax that we had just sprued up. But once it's hardened here, we set it in the burnout oven on different schedules. Essentially, it goes up and down in temperature for long periods of time to actually burn that wax out. Then we would move over here to the casting process itself. So he would then spin this here, get it locked and loaded, start putting in the correct amount of metal that it'll take per piece. Once that's in there, he'll fire up the torch and he'll get heating on that casting grain until it's perfectly melted. So he does that all by eye, and once he can tell that that's perfect, he will release it, and that will essentially shoot that into the mold that we created. You end up with a very, very rough casting. So, far from shiny. It also has all of the sprues are now, that we were in wax before, are now going to be in metal. So that's the first step, is going to be cutting those sprues off and getting that removed from the situation. Then he starts really getting down to brass tacks and getting this to where it's going to be a nice high polished finish. And then we get on to setting the stones and all of that fun stuff. Finally, it comes to my favorite part, the finished product. So now we finally get to give it to the customer and see those big smiles on their face. Of course, here at Chalmers, we love our custom jewelry, and we'd be happy to help you make that custom from scratch. But as you can see, we have plenty of options here in stock as well, ready to go, also to use to get our inspiration. So please reach out to us online, give us a call, set up an appointment if you want to. Not appointment only by any means, but it always helps. Come on in and get started.